So this question, so anyways, Don Lemon. Anyway, Michael was thinking about says and like you don't want to put it too lightly because you don't want to understate it. And they're talking about like complete shutout of like completely separate opposite of trying to play diplomacy and so
if you're Mueller and you're listening to the White House,
exactly what this person said like this.
Investigated.
And this guy is just holding his voice, is laughing, and he's like, and so you think about it, you think about what the United States says, and like, it said, oh yeah, he licks his lips, and like, oh yeah, because you discredit somebody, and you're like, you don't say. We just say, oh, well, what is it that you have done that you have helped society? Are you just like this philosophy, unattractive dog or something like that, person? So, I mean, the antagonist is you criticize somebody to the point where you say, well, look, you know what, and such, and do this. And, you look at the statistics of it, and like, to whose benefit was this all anyway? So, I mean, so to even laugh about it, to even hide a little chuckle about it, is like, is like the same thing as you validate the behavior.
You as well. The New York Times reporting that the FBI sent an undercover investigator to
validate it. So now I'm not gonna now as far as my friend's brother, I'm not gonna say anymore. Now as far as like representing my dog or anything like that, Social Security and stuff like that, I'm on my own. I mean, I'm not on my own. I can always try to reach out to him and it's like, hey, what's up, man? And that's it. That's for face value for what it is. But to sit up here and say, hey, you know what, to take the indictments or something, like, oh, do you know this or do you know that? I'm like, oh, it's not my place to have a position on. So that's pretty much how that is, as far as I'm concerned. So for people looking at me and to have this twisted news like, oh, lies, and such and such. Oh, like I said, what I just said earlier about 30 seconds ago was it's not my position to have that on. Now, the position to have is that my friend's brother who helps me with my dog and Social Security, I'm not going to see anymore. That is the position I have on. It's clear position. And it's not clear-cut business, but it's like, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you say that, and you just did the whole idea, like, oh yeah. But it's the same thing the United States establishment validates. It says, oh, well, you know what? This is it. But to say, oh, you know what? This is a recipe for riding on him. I mean, then essentially, you're kind of almost like, then you kind of almost are like in an assaulting position anyway. So, so that's like kind of your own thing.
And it comes in all those amazing colors.
So what else is new about that?
What if we give the people iPhone 10?
It's just more like, sustainability of like, oh, make it go further and stuff, And like this guy chuckling. I mean, it's so condescending the way you just trashed him, you know what I mean? I was like, and some advisor, and some such that it won't represent me in any way or another, and so doesn't care. Let's sit up here and point, hey, who that, and all this other stuff. The same person that says, oh yeah, we need those numbers up and stuff like that. The same brain drain and such and all this other stuff. And the same person that turns around and says, oh yeah, this is Madagascar or Southeast Asia stuff. So I mean, in this world, life isn't fair. You know what I'm saying? I'm a victim of this world, and that's what I would say. A nucleus of it, and that's how I see it in general. Okay, so you can say, oh, you know, well, all it is listen. You just play off the autism, and then you never stop. You're like a diseased cancer.